What's good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another video. Today we've got a huge information and news drop on Xenoblade Chronicles 3 because the moment that we've all been waiting for, yes, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Special Edition pre-orders are live today, and we are going to see the madness that ensues. So I will be getting you ready for everything that you need to know about the pre-orders, what's going to be happening if you miss it, just everything that you need to know about the pre-orders. Plus, we've got brand new information on Xenoblade Chronicles 3 that you're going to want to stick around for, and also a brand new look at Xenoblade Chronicles 3 itself. So before we get into anything, please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're someone new, and click that notification bell to get my videos first. And we're starting off with the information that I know you guys want to hear about, and that is the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Special Edition pre-orders. Now, as of the time that I'm recording this video, unfortunately, we do not know the exact time, so I can't give you that time. However, I will be keeping my ear to the ground. I will be up early and I'll be making sure to check. So as soon as we get the actual time for pre-orders, I will have that up on my Twitter page, in addition to in the comments below. So if you are watching this video a bit later, you can check the links in the description and the comment section, and also my Twitter account, to see what's currently going on with the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Special Edition. But I do want to go over exactly what Nintendo had to say via Twitter first and foremost, then we can discuss this a bit more. Pre-purchase for the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Special Edition, launching exclusively on the My Nintendo store, will begin tomorrow. The Special Edition will be limited to 2 per account. Be sure to keep an eye out for an update once pre-orders are officially open. So this was via Twitter, and the time that it was done, it was at 8 a.m. on June 7th. So 8 a.m. So I'm guessing, just based off of that, I know it's not good to guess or to assume, but I'm guessing that we will get another tweet by 8 a.m. PT. That is going to be 11 a.m. ET. Okay, and this is for the US peeps out there. UK, it's a little bit different, so if you're UK, link in the description for what's going on in the UK. But for here in the US, know that it might be right around that time. Since this tweet went up at 8 a.m., I'm guessing that the pre-orders will go live around that, or maybe even a bit earlier than that. Now, Nintendo has been known to do 2 separate things that I know of, usually 6 a.m. announcements or after that, right? That's usually the 2 different times. So 6 a.m. could be a target spot for them, or 8 a.m. Now, it could even be in between and be 7 a.m. And we're talking all PT, California, or West Coast time, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so Pacific time. So we're talking all about that. So of course, add 3 hours if you live in the East Coast, and if you're like Central, whatever, add the 2 hours. Just use Google and it will help you out. Just plug in the numbers no matter where you are, and it will come out where and what time it's talking about. So I do want to talk about this just a bit more. Now, this Special Edition, if you don't know, it does come with an art book and a steel book and the regular case and a special box with some really cool artwork on it. And that's what you get. Now, some people have been a little bit upset saying that it's lackluster, but hey, it is what it is. You can buy it or you can not get it. But I do know that, yeah, it is a little bit kind of meh side, but I want it. I just want it. So I'm definitely going to be picking this one up as long as I can. Now, let's talk a little bit more about the My Nintendo store, because I've had a few different experiences shopping on this store. And one thing that you can clearly see here, especially based on their tweet, limit 2 per customer. So they're already trying to curb scalping, because scalping absolutely ravaged Xenoblade Chronicles 2 to the tune of $500+ if you have a new copy of the Special Edition of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and I'm guessing that one of these days Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition might get just as high. But Xenoblade Chronicles 2 fetches a high price, and those pre-orders were all over the place. They were on Amazon, they were on Best Buy, they were everywhere. And to be honest, even a couple months or a few months after the release of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, there was even discounts on them on Amazon for the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Special Edition. But now at this point, it's gotten so crazy with the scalping, and it's gotten so crazy with what's going on with this game and concerns, Nintendo decided to do a My Nintendo exclusive for this. Now, with my experience shopping, I was trying to buy an N64 controller, and on the verification address thing, it really was just kind of like bugging out at times. Like it would work and then it wouldn't work, and then it would work, then it wouldn't work. And honestly, I was wrestling with it for about a good 20 minutes or so, and I finally just gave up on trying to buy this N64 controller. Then all of a sudden I get an email saying, oh, you've purchased the N64 controller, when I was trying to verify my address because it just wouldn't verify it. Then it would, and it would, it would, and it would, and it was going back and forth. But ultimately it seems like it did, and it limited me to just one purchase of that N64 controller. So I think that they're really trying to verify addresses. They're trying to curb that scalping going on with this because of what we saw with Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So to me, it somewhat makes sense that it is going to be a My Nintendo exclusive. Now, for those that are in the rest of the parts of the world, you're going to have to wait to see what the Nintendos of those areas say. We know that in the UK is delayed till July. So July, they will be getting the pre-order updates in the UK. So we have to wait and see for other countries. But for right now, they're handling this with the utmost of scalping care, it seems, because I've never seen Nintendo go through as much of an extreme with a game special edition with what's going on here with Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Now, we know that Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is going to be a good selling game. Based on some of the pre-orders and information that's out there, it looks like Xeno 3 is going to have a big opening. So we don't know exactly what's going on with this special edition because the game was supposed to come out in September. So will they have a lot of copies of them ready? Is there going to be delays with like the art book? There's already all sorts of confusion in terms of what's going on with this because the game was moved up. So I think that's also playing a part into this whole My Nintendo thing as well, because they might have even less than intended since the game did get moved up a number of months. It was supposed to come out in September. It looks like Splatoon and Xenoblade got swapped. So I think that could be factoring in to the decision here, because this has really kind of never happened with a Nintendo first party special edition. This is very weird for it to be done in this type of way. Now, they've done it with, like, of course, the controllers and certain things, but not with the special edition, or at least they don't do it very often. So just keep that in mind. Now, once again, I will have full updates for you guys on my Twitter page. Follow me at PlayerEssence, and also I will have updates for you guys in the comment section as well. But definitely follow me on Twitter, because that's where I will be looking to see exactly when this special edition does go up. So have that notification bell ready to go as well, because we will be talking about it too in the live stream, and we'll see what they do for restocks, what's going on with how many they're going to have. Like, I'll be on top of it. So if you don't get the first wave, or if it sells out instantly, which it seems like it's probably going to sell out instantly, then I will make sure that we are on it when it comes to restocks and everything, because I'm almost positive Nintendo will be restocking this special edition at least for a little bit of time after release and everything. We do have some more information on Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and I want to talk about this because this is a really cool thing. There was a brand new, I would say, environmental trailer for Xenoblade Chronicles 3, the most substantial footage that we've gotten since the last big release date trailer that Nintendo did reveal, dropping the bomb that it was coming out in July instead of September. So you guys are watching that right now at this point, and here's what Nintendo had to say officially about this environmental trailer. Ionios, the rich world where you'll begin your journey to end the cycle of violence between two opposing nations in Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Explore vast landscapes, encounter new creatures in the wild, battle with distinct arts and weapons, and more when the game launches on 7/29. So it's very interesting to hear what they had to say here, because they talk about battling creatures in the wild, battle with distinct arts and weapons, and more. You have the Ouroboros, but what else could they be hiding in this game? Could there be more? Could there be some form of mech combat? Could there be some other surprises that we don't know about combat-wise in this game? We just don't know it, Monolith Soft. They always have something to surprise us when it comes to gameplay or when it comes to just things in their games. So it definitely gets me excited. Now, if we got just the arts and the combat and the Ouroboros, I'd be completely fine with that. But something tells me there's some more twists and turns with some combat stuff that's gonna blow our minds when we play this game. And speaking of blowing our minds, like, look at this trailer. Look at what Monolith Soft has been able to accomplish. These guys are technical wizards with the Nintendo Switch and with any piece of hardware that they ever end up developing on. They've gotten so much better and better, and I think that Nintendo knows this. I mean, the fact that Xenoblade is getting so much love, getting so much care and attention, this is just incredible to see, but it's because the franchise has earned this. I think Monolith Soft has earned it, and the game is honestly going to be that good. Xenoblade games are always in that range to where it has a very passionate base of people who love the games, and very passionate base of people who just say these are the best games, and people who love one of them but don't like the other ones but like this and like that. But I think more so than anything, I think everybody can look at this trailer and say, wow, they really tried. Art direction is just great. The topography reminds me so much of Xenoblade X, but even with more color, more richness, more fullness throughout the environmental details. So this is definitely good to see, and it definitely seems like this is the final build footage for Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So I'm very excited that they've polished things up to the point to where it just looks absolutely incredible. They can talk about the special edition, and of course, one more thing that we're going to discuss here, and that is a brand new character that can join you and your squad. I love the design of this character. This is one of the coolest looking Xenoblade side characters that I've seen. So the Kieves mechanic Valdi is one of the heroes who you'll join forces with in Xenoblade Chronicles 3. When he's not tinkering with weapons and machinery, Valdi provides valuable combat support on the battlefield, healing allies and boosting their abilities. So this is Valdi. As you guys can see, the design looks great. I just love the mechanic type of like grease head look that Valdi has to him. The gun and the outfit all kind of matching and everything. It's just a really cool look. And based off of this new footage that you guys are seeing as well, it seems like Valdi is first going to be an adversary, but then quickly joins forces with the group as well. So very good to see there. And for those who don't know, yes, you can actually have more than just the main group of fighters, the 6 different fighters on your team. You can actually have a 7th fighter as well, and you can switch them in and out. They're called heroes. This is very reminiscent of the Xenoblade Chronicles X system, to where you can borrow the different Blade members and also online with your friends and rent them out. It's a very similar situation here with the hero system in Xenoblade Chronicles 3, to where you can get different heroes and swap them in and out based on what needs or who you're going to fight or anything. So once again, they're taking some of the best aspects of various different Xenoblade games and kind of putting them all together, because this is straight from Xenoblade Chronicles X. So very good to see that, and very cool design as well. I'm excited to get into seeing all the different heroes that are going to be in the game, but you best believe that Nintendo is not going to reveal everything beforehand. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some really cool heroes, potentially even some past. Oh my gosh, don't even get me started. Could there be some past heroes that join your team? Oh man. All right, I'll just leave it right there. We'll leave it right there. We'll wait for that. That's a discussion for another day, right? So what do you guys think about everything that we've talked about here with the news with Xenoblade? I think that this is some good stuff. Once again, stay tuned to my social media, Twitter, Nintendo of America, and everything for pre-orders. And of course, if you've missed it already, of course, still stay tuned. We'll be talking about restocks and everything like that, and we'll see exactly what is going on. But what are your thoughts when it comes to everything that we discussed with Xenoblade? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're someone new, click that notification bell, and we will see you for the next video. Peace.